biasing circuit. We have seen earlier about fixed biasing, and now let us discuss about collector to base bias. In this collector to base bias is little bit same as fixed bias, and it will also offer more stabilization than the fixed biasing circuit. The main difference between collector to base bias and fixed bias is in the circuit, that is the base resistor. Let us analyze about circuit first. This is the circuit diagram of collector to base bias, and here this is the power supply, and this is the collector resistor, and this is base resistor. This is the transistor. We are using NPN transistor, and we can see that the base resistor is directly connected to the collector terminal of the transistor, and this collector terminal is connected between this terminal and power supply. Assume that this as a collector current that is flowing through the collector terminal of the transistor, and this is the base current IB flowing through the base of the transistor and through the base resistor, that is RB. Apply KCL at this node, then we can find this current, that is the current through the RC resistor, will be IC plus IB, and we know that these two voltages, that is the VBE and VCE. This is all about the circuit, and this is the input loop, and this is the output loop of this collector to base biasing circuit. Now let us see in this collector to base bias circuit, we are using common emitter mode transistor and NPN transistor. This is the NPN transistor, and emitter is grounded. The base resistor is directly connected to the collector. We have seen that in the circuit analysis, that is the base resistor is directly connected to the collector. There is no resistor or any other component between the collector terminal and this base terminal. To analyze the circuit, now apply KVL at the input loop. This is the input loop. In collector to base bias circuit, we are supplying only single voltage source. Then the KVL equation will be VCC, that is the total voltage supplied, plus voltage drop across resistor RC, that is the current flowing through the resistor RC is IC plus IB, and into the resistance value RC. This is the voltage drop across the resistor RC, and voltage drop across the resistor RB. This is IB into RB. This is the voltage drop across the resistor RB, and the VBA, this is the base emitter voltage. This is the complete KVL equation of the input loop of this collector base bias circuit. Now let us simplify this as VCC into ICRC. This is the term ICRC, and IB into RC, IB into RC, and IB into RB, and IB into RB. We have simplified this equation, that is IB is common with RC and RB, so we have taken IB in common with RC and RB, as these two are constant values, plus VBE. From this equation we can calculate IB, that is IB is equal to VCC minus ICRC plus VBE by RC plus RB. This is the final equation, and keep this equation aside. This is the equation for the input current of a transistor. Now let us see about output loop. KVL at output loop. We have seen that this is the output loop of a collector to base bias transistor, and here the KVL equation will be VCC is equal to, that is the total voltage supplied is equal to voltage drop across collector, this resistor, that is RC, and the current flowing through the resistor is IC plus RB, that we have seen earlier, and the voltage between collector to emitter, VCE. This is the complete KVL equation of output loop of collector to base bias circuit. And if we simplify this, we will get VCE. VCE is equal to VCC minus IC plus IB into RC. This is the final equation. We can see that VCC here IB is very small as compared to IC. Here the collector current is very large and the base current is very less. As the VB is very less, base current will be less as compared to IC. That is, IC is huge value, so we are neglecting IB. Then the equation will be VCE is equal to VCC minus IC plus RC. We have neglected because let us take IC as 100 and IB will be 1 or 2, and if we add both of these, it will be 101 or 102, and there is no big difference between 100 or 101 or 102, so we are neglecting this IB value for the simplification. This is the final equation, and from this equation, if we substitute this equation in the final equation of the input loop, that is IB, we have seen that VCC minus ICRC, we can replace that value with the VCE. Let us see how it is. If we replace VCC minus ICRC value with the VCE, we will get that equation. We will get this equation. From this equation, we can understand that if temperature increases, then ICBO increases. If the ICBO increases, then IC increases. If IC increases from the VCE, the increased value will be deducted. Then the VCE value will decrease. This decrease in VCE value will decrease the base current IB. We have seen that the equation IC, we have seen that IC plus IB value is constant, and if the IC increases here, if the IC increases, then IB is going to decrease. IB is going to decrease. Then the sum will be remains closer to the previous value, because the tendency that is increased in IC will be decreased in IB. This will keep the total current equal to the previous value. So even though if the temperature increases, then the collector current or the total current through the circuit is not changing. This is one kind of stability that we are getting from this circuit. Now let us see the stability factor of the collector biasing circuit. This is stability factor of collector to base bias circuit. To calculate the stability factor, first we have to write the input KVL equation. KVL equation is VCC is equal to ICRC plus IBRC plus IBRB plus VBE. This is the total KVL equation. If this is a simplified equation, if we apply differentiation, that is, if we differentiate these both sides with respect to IC, we will get dVCC by dIC. As the VCC is constant, we will get 0, and dIC by dIC is equal to 1, so we will get this as RC, that is RC into 1. And if we differentiate this, dIB by dIC into RC plus RB, as these two values are constant, RC plus RB into dIB by dIC is the resultant, plus dVBE by dIC, as the VBE is constant, and the value will be 0. As we know, the differentiation of a constant is a 0. If we simplify this equation, we will get this dIV by dic value is equal to minus RC by RC plus RB. And we have seen earlier that the equation of stability factor as S is equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into dIV by dic. If we substitute this dIV by dic value in this equation, we will get 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into minus RC by RC plus RB. This is the equation, and if we simplify this, we will get cancel this, and this will be additive. 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta into RC by RB. This is the final equation. If this RC by RC plus RB value is closer to 1 or closer to 1, then the value of the stability factor will be 1. As this is 1, then these two will be cancelled, and if it is very near to 1, then the 1 plus beta value will be maintained near to 1 or greater than 1. So as we know that if the stability factor is less than 25, then we will get good stability, and this collector to base biasing circuit is giving good stability. So we can use this collector to base bias circuit in some conditions where we want. Now let us see about merits and demerits of this collector to base biasing circuit. The advantages are, this is same as fixed biasing circuit, that is we are using only 2 resistors and very less components are required. This is one advantage, and the same as only single source is using. And the main advantage is this is providing the stability factor that is very near to 1 or greater than 1, and this is offering a good stability tendency to the circuit that is connected. These are the advantages, and coming to the disadvantages. And the disadvantages is mainly because of RB. This RB, if you apply any input at the base, this RB value will not only provide DC feedback, that is it is providing a DC feedback, that is if the collector current increases, then the base current is going to decrease. This is one type of feedback, and it is not only provide the DC feedback but also AC feedback that is applied at the input. This will reduces the gain at the output, that is at the collector. This will raise an issue that the decrease in the gain of the AC signal. This is the main disadvantages of this circuit. This is all about collector to base bias circuit. Let us discuss about self biasing or voltage divider biasing circuit in the next video.